Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about the only thing you should ever sell going forward in your business. And I want you to know that you already have what people want to buy. If you are listening to this and you're a conscious creator, the work that you do in the world is what the world needs. And it is the one thing that everyone is looking for this year. But most of us in the wellness and the conscious creation space don't know how valuable what we have is. And we don't know how to package it in such a way that people can actually buy it from us. Now, on the business side, if you want to double your business this year, even triple it or go beyond, you will want to listen up. So, if you're ready to be seen, if you're ready to be valued and paid for the work that you're here to do, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you will know the only thing that sells. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you my favorite magnetic language shifts, the language that speaks directly to the people you're meant to serve and helps them instantly recognize your value. Hello, I'm Andrea Arena, founder of the Energetic Ad Lab and creator of the Beyond Extraordinary series. And today we're talking about the only thing you should be selling this year. Most of you watching me are part of what I'm going to call an industry. Yes, I'm calling it an industry because an industry is simply a group of people offering similar services that help create change. And the industry you're in, if you're a coach, a healer, an author, teacher, guide, leader, or messenger, is one of the most powerful industries that exists today. Because what you offer is the very thing that people actually want. I want you to hear this clearly. You, yes you, are positioned in an incredibly powerful place because you already have the one thing that everyone wants. Do you know what it is? Do you? It's transformation. Everyone wants a transformation. They want transformations in their bank balance, their relationships with themselves, with others. They want transformations in their health. That's it. And here's the truth most people don't realize. People aren't looking for more content. They're not looking for more information. They're not looking for another workbook, another course, or another strategy. But what they are looking for is transformation. They want their lives to change. They want to feel different today than they did yesterday. They want clarity, relief, confidence, momentum. They want to see results. That's what people have always wanted. And it is what they will always want. And it's also what we have to offer in our space. Human beings don't buy information. They buy change. They buy possibility, the version of themselves that they believe that they can become. And that means something very important for you. Because if you help people change, you already possess the most valuable thing anyone can sell. Why this matters for you? Let me tell you. If you're a healer, a guide, teacher, leader, you already carry the very thing that people want. We know it's not your slides. We know it's not your curriculum, and it's definitely not your framework. It's you. It's your insight, your perspective, your lived experience, and your truth. Your ability to see what others can't. That's the transformation. Here's the real problem. It's not that you don't have value. It's not that you're not ready. It's definitely not that people don't want what you offer, and it's not your message. The real problem is that most powerful people don't know how to clearly communicate the value they already carry. They describe what they do and the things that their clients will get instead of articulating what will actually change for their clients. They explain their process instead of expressing transformation. And buyers, well, they don't buy what you do. They buy what it does for them. So when someone can clearly see how their life can change because of you, everything begins to shift. Your message becomes clear, your value becomes obvious, and your visibility increases. Your offers start converting, not because you became someone new or someone more valuable, but because people can finally see what you already possess. That is something I see every single day in my work. People who come to me, well, you guessed it, they want transformation too. You're watching this video now because you want, yeah, you guessed it, transformation in your business. And what I see in most businesses is a struggle in two specific areas. My leaders, my teachers, and my guides, they're just not really clear on the transformation that they actually provide. And two, they don't actually understand the true value of what it is that they provide. Growing your income doesn't usually mean doing more. It really is about clarifying the transformation that people who work with you will get, and then increasing your price. I know it sounds really simple, but most people in the personal growth and healing space try to grow their business by doing more, offering more services, adding more value, when what they actually need to do is recognize the value of what they're already doing and price it accordingly. How did you price your last course, your last book, your coaching package? Because we don't really know how to value our work. We most often look around the room and we see what others are charging, and then we do the same. It sounds kind of silly, but most of us don't know how to place an energetic value on the transformation that we provide. And so we rely what others in our industry or community are doing, and then we do it too. Now, if we hold to that model and we increase our price because that's actually what transformation that we offer is worth, then it stands to reason that those coming up behind us will look at us and inherently price their offer higher, and everyone begins to benefit. A rising tide lifts all ships. If you don't see your worth, your clients won't either, and sadly, neither will your bank account. And there's a myth that many of us in the healing and transformation space have absorbed. I know it sounds noble and it sounds generous and it sounds spiritual, but the myth says, if this is my gift, I should give it freely. But pause with me for just a moment. The work that you are doing in this world, helping people change, heal, grow, and become, is, I'm going to say it, the most valuable work on the planet right now. And it is deeply needed. You, yes, you deserve energetic compensation for the work that you do. You deserve to be paid. Even if you call what you do your joy, even if you call it your purpose, even if you call it service. Because being paid for your work does not make it less sacred, and it doesn't make you less committed or less spiritual. Being wealthy is spiritual. I heard this recently in a conscious community that I'm a part of, and I absolutely love it. You would never say being healthy isn't spiritual. Why would you ever think that being wealthy isn't spiritual? Does being poor make you more spiritual, or does being less healthy make you less spiritual? But that's a topic for another day. I am just giving you something to ponder. Here's what I want you to take away with today. You don't need more certifications. You don't need to do more. You don't need to make more content. You don't need any proof that you're any more ready. You do need clarity. Clarity about the transformation that you provide. Clarity about the value that you hold, and clarity about how to express it so that the people you're meant to serve can recognize it. Because when your message becomes clear, everything changes. Opportunities increase, confidence rises, clients respond, and your income expands. You didn't have to become someone new. You allowed yourself to be seen as who you already are. And this right here is why I created Be Seen, not as a course, but as an immersion. Be Seen helps you become someone who can clearly articulate your value, confidently express your offer, step into leadership so people meant for you can finally recognize you. You don't just learn how to be seen, you become someone who can't stay hidden. We're opening our next Be Seen immersion in March. second week of March. And if you feel that pull, the one that says, this is your moment, I want you to pay attention to that, because that isn't pressure. It's recognition, the same recognition that you want your clients to feel. Now, I promised you the language shifts that you can start using today to speak directly to the people you are meant to serve. So instead of explaining what you do, like I teach energetic marketing and I help conscious creators create a thriving business, start using, you guessed it, transformation language. And while it may be true that I teach energetic marketing, that language makes people think. It makes them analyze. It keeps them in the logical brain. But transformation language, it does something different. Transformation language lets people see themselves in your words. So instead of explaining what you do, try this. I help people go from blank to blank so they can blank. For example, I help overwhelmed entrepreneurs go from scattered and exhausted to clear and focused so that they can grow their businesses without burning out. Or I help women go from self-doubt to self-trust so that they can finally make the decisions they know are already right for them. Or for me, I help leaders go from invisible to recognized so that they can attract opportunities meant for them. You can feel the difference, can't you? One explains and the other, it invites someone to recognize themselves. And recognition is what makes someone say yes. Because when people can see themselves inside the result, they don't have to be convinced. They already know. And that's it. It's simple, it's clear, and yes, it's transformational. Because when someone can see themselves inside the result, they can see the value. And when they can see the value, they can say yes. You see how that works? It's so perfect. You already have what people want, and people want transformation. I believe that more today than at any time in history, people are eager, they're willing to do the work, they're ready to commit to their personal growth, and they're ready to pay for transformation. The only question is, are you ready to be seen as someone who can deliver that transformation and know the value of the transformation that you offer? Because the world doesn't need more hidden leaders. It needs you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. It is the most valuable thing that we can give each other. And here is to expanding your business, your wealth, your health, and your impact this year. I will see you in the Ad Lab, where I will drop more language shifts for you to start implementing today. So come check it out. I will drop the link in the comments. It's free, and it's your first step to being seen as the leader that you already are.